Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
The Larry Kudlow Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So the Senate continues to battle over failure to pass a DHS, Department of Homeland Security bill, point number one. Point number two, the voting rights bill, which is so terribly important, and the filibuster issue. So we welcome back to the show one of the most prominent Republicans, Senator Rick Scott of the great state of Florida, who's doing this, I guess, from outer space. So, Senator Scott, first of all, thanks for doing this. And second of all,
Larry, it's always great to be with you.
Yeah. So what's this from your vantage point? What's the story on the Voting Rights Act and the filibuster discussion?
Well, first off, I've been in the Senate 7 years. This is the most popular bill ever. I mean, and the public knows what's in it. It's so simple. It says you have to show an ID to vote, and you have to prove you're an American citizen to register to vote. It's so simple. Florida actually passed it at the state level just this year. So it's so simple. The public wants it, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, and they're active. Let me tell you, everywhere I go in Florida, the barbershop, the grocery store, everybody comes up to me and says, get the Save America Act passed. So we are going to start debate next week. We're going to have a thorough debate. I'm glad Leader Thune is putting it on the floor. We've got to figure out either how to get 60 votes, or we've got to figure out how to get it done through a talking filibustering. So we don't know. For sure, we don't think we have 60 votes yet, but we're going to keep working on this. So we're going to have a real debate next week. Democrats are going to have to go out and defend why they don't believe you should show an ID to vote, but you have to show an ID to get on an airplane. You have to show an ID, and I think in most states they get buy a lottery ticket, do a lot of things. And so we've got to get this passed. I'm glad we're going to have it on the floor next week. We're going to debate all week, and I hope we debate for weeks because this is a great issue for us. Republicans, Democrats, Independents are demanding this.
You guys show a photo ID to get a 6-pack of beer. Actually, you guys show a photo ID to vote in the House against the bill. I mean, that's the irony of this thing. But so Senator Thune said this morning he doesn't think this talking filibuster is going to work.
Well, I'm going to be the optimist. I think our message is going to be so good that, and hopefully the public will show up. I tell everybody every day, if you can, call every Republican and every Democrat senator and say, you have got to vote for and pass this Save America Act. So remember back, they used a talking filibuster when the Civil Rights Act was passed in the 1960s. When it started, there was not enough support. But hopefully, as we start this debate and people are calling their senators will say, you know what, in my state, they're demanding this because they're demanding this in every state. There's not a state in this country that this is not unbelievably popular.
Why does Senator Schumer call this Jim Crow 2.0? And others have said it's a racist bill or it's a voter suppression bill.
Because he actually wants to dilute your right to vote. He wants your vote diluted by people that don't have a right to vote in this country. I don't get to vote in France. I wouldn't vote for Macron, but guess what? I don't get to vote there. If you're not an American citizen, you should not vote in our elections. He wants people, because his belief, which is probably true, that he will never be the majority leader if illegals are not voting. If we make sure in every state that if you're illegal, you're not voting, he probably can never be the majority leader because guess what? Republican policies are popular. Democrat policies are unpopular. Open borders are not popular, right? Spending money like it's going out of style is not popular. taking away more freedoms is not popular. That's the Democrat agenda. Have them run every bit of your life.
So, all right. So you're going to try the talking filibuster. Is that the idea?
Yep, that's what we're going to start next week. But I tell everybody, the way this is going to happen is the public has got to be active. Call, text, email, do everything you can to call everybody and say, you have got to figure out how to get this passed. So I am the optimist, and I'm not going to stop. And I am hopeful this is going to work. But guess what? If it doesn't, I'm not stopping. We are going to get this passed.
In terms of the talking filibuster, as I understand it, you'll have company. Ron Johnson, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Mike Lee,
right?
Ted Cruz,
yep.
Some others. So you got a strong group. You got a strong nucleus there.
Yeah, and you know who the biggest, strongest nucleus is? The voters.
Mm.
The voters want it.
Yes,
and they care. Larry, this is one time they know what a bill says and they're active. I mean, this is so popular, and people everywhere I go, it's the first thing that people bring up to me. You've got to get the Save America. If I was in the grocery store last weekend, and almost everybody that saw me say, "Get that Save America Act passed." Everybody.
Switching over a little bit, what about, so we can't fund DHS, Department of Homeland Security, can't get it funded. All right, so
I don't get it.
No,
Larry, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. We got TSA agents are not getting paid. Don't you want to be safe at the airport? I do. Number two, Secret Service is not getting paid. I want the president to be safe. Number three, the people that look for cyber criminals and cyber threats. 2/3 of them furloughed. We're in the middle of a conflict with Iran right now. There's conversation about all these terror cells in our country. Don't you want those people working? Right? Don't you want Coast Guard to be paid? These people all have mortgages. And by the way, some of these senators says they're getting paid, but they say, "Oh, I couldn't go without a paycheck." But it's okay for TSA or Secret Service or Homeland Security or ICE agents or Coast Guard. It's okay for them to go out without a payment. I mean, this is crazy. This is so unfair and it's unsafe. And if we look at what's happening, we're seeing terrorists in our country right now because we've had open borders. We have got to make sure we got all hands on deck. Nobody should be enough. Everybody should be paid, and nobody should be furloughed.
And what's Mr. Schumer's argument here? He basically wants to roll back ICE. I mean, I really think it's an open borders
he wants
argument.
to eliminate ICE. But Larry, he doesn't have a proposal. The White House has given him proposals, and he's never, ever responded. He's never responded. So he just wants again, all he cares about is being majority leader. He does not care about the American public. And he controls every Democrat vote. Sometimes Fetterman votes with us, not often. But other than that, he doesn't even ask them. He tells them how to vote, and they say, "Yes, sir." That's how this works. He has complete control over the Democrat senators.
As I understand it, he's had different proposals in the last 5-6 months. But basically, Senator Scott, he basically wants to roll back and defund ICE. I mean, let me get it's an open borders argument. When you get to the bottom of it, isn't it? It's an open borders argument. No immigration. Don't abide by the immigration law, right? I mean, that's really the way I see it.
What do they say to Laken Riley's family?
Yes. Right.
What do they say to the people Jocelyn Ngari's family? What do they say to Rachel Morin's family? What do they say to them? How could you in your right mind? And by the way, they were such hypocrites about all these things. It's just about Chuck Schumer being majority leader. That's all he cares about. And he was part of the whole Biden to destroy this country, open borders, spend money, inflation, defund the police, all these things. That's where Chuck Schumer is. I wonder, are you an American? Are you care about America? He wouldn't stand up at the State of the Union when Trump said Are you more concerned about American citizens or illegal aliens? He and every Democrat. I don't know that one. Not one Democrat stood up.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
Yep.
That's who we represent. That's our oath of office.
Well, it's important to get this out the way you're doing it. I think that's just it's just great. You're doing everybody a service, and this will pay back in the midterm elections. Republicans going to do much. They're going to do tons better than the geniuses and the pollsters think right now. Tons better, Senator Scott. That's my take. Anyway, I know you're up in the air. You're wonderful to come on, just like you always are. Terrific stuff. Senator Rick Scott of the great state of Florida, very influential guy. And we'll see. This filibuster is going to get started. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Folks, I'm Kudlow. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to talk to ace pollster John McLaughlin because he's got some startling numbers how popular the war against Iran is. I'm Kudlow. We'll be right back.
The Larry Kudlow Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.